Hello students, welcome back to the class. Last class we have discussed about the types of terrorism. Okay, in this last class we have discussed about state sponsored terrorism, okay, ethno nationalistic terrorism, religious terrorism, ideology oriented terrorism, state sponsored terrorism. Overall we have completed in the last class. In this class we are going forward for the narco terrorism. Okay, what is meant by narco terrorism? Everything briefly we will discuss in this class. But before going forward, we will discuss it. First one, emergence of terrorism is one of the grave danger and for the mankind for the 21st century. Because of the terrorism activities, this is one of the greatest danger for the mankind in the 21st century. Even olden days and today also we can find terrorist activities are quite common. Okay. Now, if you see that this is a dangerous for not only a particular region, but also the emergence of terrorism is one of the greatest danger for the globe also. Okay, this is a greatest danger for the peace, prosperity as well as development of the society. So if you see that because of this terrorism, this is quite dangerous for the peace, prosperity as for the development of the society also. If you are going forward, second administrative reform, so they have made a report in 2008. Second administrative reform have classified the report in 2008, in which they have classified that terrorisms are mainly classified into nearly 5 types. So overall if you see the terrorisms are mainly classified into nearly how many types? 5 types. First one is called as ethno-nationalistic terrorism, one is called religious terrorism, third one is called ideology terrorism, fourth one is called state sponsored terrorism and fifth one is called narco terrorism. So overall we have seen the 5 important part of terrorism. So first one we will discuss what is meant by ethno-nationalist terrorism. So in this ethno-nationalist terrorism we have seen that some religious leaders are demanding secession from India. They are demanding a separate state, secession from India or out of the country. So they demanded a separate state should be given out of the country. So okay, the demand is a separate state should be given to them which should be out of the country. So that is called as ethno-nationalist terrorism. Apart from that, we can find in ethno-nationalist terrorism so far, there are many states which demanded secession from India. First one is called Khalistan. So the separate state for the Punjab was going in 1970s. They started demanding the separate state which is called as Khalistan, 1970s and 80s. Okay, during that time Indira Gandhi, she is the Prime Minister of India. So she have diffused and she settled the problems. Next point is Punjab, and even in some parts like in India, Jammu Kashmir also have started the separate state, and even Great Nagaland have also started a separate state out of the country. So these types of separations are mainly demanded by the leaders. Some of the terrorist leaders are demanding the separate state out of the country. So such types of activities in which the leaders are demanded secession from India, a separate state out of the country, that is called as ethno-nationalist terrorism. Second one, when you are seeing about religious terrorism, we have seen that whenever the terrorist activities are involved in the name of religion, then that is called as religious terrorism. For example, we can find Mumbai attack. Mumbai attack took place on 26 November 2008. That is one of the indications of religious terrorism. Religious terrorisms mainly in India is mainly propagated by ISI agency of Pakistan. Inter-Service Intelligence Agency of Pakistan is propagating all the religious terrorism in India. So this intelligence are operating the terrorisms in the name of religion. Okay, this is also called as jihadi terrorism. Third important point of terrorism we have discussed ideological oriented terrorism, which is also called as left wing extremism. Why this is called extremism? Because the left wing wanted to bring a revolutionary changes by using the violent method, and that's why that is called as left wing extremism. Mainly they give importance to the ideas communism. So in this left wing extremism, they were against to the economic exploitations and social suppression nature. Okay, they does not want anybody should exploit the economy for their profit. They wanted that all the resources must be given to all the people. Okay. And left wing extremism are ideological oriented. Mainly they are following the ideas of greatest leaders like Lenin, Mao Zedong and Karl Marx, who have propagated communism. Okay, so why they were called left wing? Because they wanted, okay, they wanted that social equality, economic equality among all the people, and also they wanted to bring a revolutionary changes by using the violent method, and they were quietly against to the democratic institution, and that's why they were called as left wing extremism. So that is also one form of terrorism, because they wanted to take up the violent method to bring a changes. Okay, next we'll go forward. State sponsored terrorism, already we have discussed that in the name itself. Whenever the states are sponsoring the terrorist activities, that is state sponsored terrorism. Best example, India, Pakistan. Okay, India never involves in the terrorist activities, but our neighboring country Pakistan every time will be involving in the terrorist activity. So whenever any states are operating the terrorism in the name, whenever the states are sponsoring the terrorism, then that is called as state sponsored terrorism. So we can find the best example we have seen. So this country, whenever the country, these types of the countries, state sponsored terrorism, whenever the states are sponsoring terrorism, they never involve war directly. They never involve in the war, they mainly involve in a war which is called as proxy war. So proxy war is called as indirect war. Whenever the war or whenever in the war, a major countries are never participated in the war directly, that type of war is called as proxy war. In any war, when the major countries are not participated in a war directly, when they are fighting a war by using the terrorist activity, then that is called as proxy war. So such types of things are also called as state sponsored terrorism. Next we will go forward to the last point, which is called as narco terrorism. Now what is meant by narco terrorism? Children's, narco terrorism is also called as sandalwood terrorism. Narco terrorism, narcotics will say. Narco is the word originated from the narcotics, terrorism. So that terrorism is also called as sandalwood terrorism. So in this form of terrorism, we can find they mainly focusing prohibited trades. Whatever the trades in these types of terrorism, the terrorists are mainly concentrating on the prohibited trades. Whatever the trades which are quietly prohibited, in that trades they mainly concentrated. Like narcotic is prohibited in our country, tobacco was completely banned, cigarette was banned, tobacco was banned. Okay, and sandalwood is also a prohibited trade. Sandalwood in the sense that is prohibited. Okay, these two trades are prohibited, but terrorist activities are mainly involving and mainly focusing upon the prohibited trades. Already that is prohibited according to the law, but terrorist activities are mainly involving in the prohibited trade, such as narcotics and sandalwood. Such types of trade is called as narcotic terrorism. Whenever the terrorist activities are involving in the trade which is quietly prohibited in any country, such as tobacco and sandalwood, such types of terrorism is called as narcotic terrorism. It is also called as sandalwood terrorism. So here if you see that sandalwoods are quite common, which is grown in the forest of Karnataka, Tamil Nadu. In southern states, sandalwoods, the growth of sandalwoods are in large quantity. Sandalwoods are grown in the large amount in southern states than northern states. So particularly if you see, the smugglers are very active in the southern states. So here if you see in the sandalwood, smugglers which are in Tamil Nadu, okay, Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka, what they will do, they resort their action against forest officials and police. So they are resorting their action against forest officials and police, and these smugglers, their main aim is whatever the forest which contain the sandalwood, they should take it, they should cut the sandal trees and they should take it to the international market and they should sell it, or in the international level they wanted to sell, or to the various countries they wanted to sell it. So this is one point. So their action is quite against forest officials and police. Now if you see the drug mafias also plays a very important role. There are many gangs which are operating in and around our country. There are many gangs out there. So they are operating the drugs business, but we does not know. Secretly they are operating many type of drugs. So that also comes under the part of narco terrorism. So even though you are not doing a terrorist activity, but internally you are harming, you are damaging the health of the people by involving in these types of activities. So that comes under narco terrorism. Anything which are harmful to the society, anything which is very harmful for our administration as well as economy or government, that all things comes under the activity of terrorism only. So what we have discussed, children, here we have discussed about narco terrorism and sandalwood terrorism. Narco-terrorism is also called as sandalwood terrorism. In this terrorism, mainly the terrorists are mainly focusing upon the trade which are quietly prohibited, such as narcotics and sandalwoods are quietly prohibited. So terrorist activities are mainly involving in these two type of activity. So we can find smugglers, sandalwoods smugglers who are in Karnataka, okay, who are in Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. They resource their actions against. Their actions were quite opposite to police officials and forest officials. Even there are many drugs mafias which are operating. So drug mafias which are quietly operating, and they are distributing the drugs internally. That also comes under, these gangs were also comes under the terrorist of narco terrorism. So whatever the gangs which are operating drugs, whatever the gangs which are operating tobacco, whatever the gangs which are operating narcotics, whatever the gangs which are operating sandalwood, all this terrorism comes under the control of narco terrorism. So that also comes under the point of terrorism. Already we know that in Tamil Nadu mainly these types of activities are quite common, and these activities, narco terrorism, were quite against to the society, and this is against to the officials and police also. So we will meet you in the next class, children. We will discuss another form of terrorism. We will meet you in the next class. Thank you very much.